So again, hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Generation Elevation Network. And this program, we have themed it Unleash Your Voice, right? It is an initiative by Generation Elevation Network. Right. So Generation Elevation Network, our purpose or the aim is to help you uncover, discover, and rediscover your purpose, help you equip you in fulfilling your purpose. So when you uncover, discover, or rediscover, we equip you in fulfilling that purpose through so many ways. Through programs like this. So that is conferences, workshops, webinars, as we're doing right now. So I am really delighted to have you join us tonight, right? I am looking forward to a very, very great time. My name is Titilayo Ewa. I'm the founder of Generation Elevation Network, and I am thrilled to have you here. So whether you're tuning in from your living room, your office, even your car, hands-free, of course, if you're driving, please. I am thrilled to have you here, and I'm looking forward to an incredible experience, and I trust that you are as well. So we're going to bring up our guest speaker, okay? It's time for that moment we've all been waiting for, where we bring our special guest speaker, right? And she's here with us already in the room. I want all of us to just start cheering her on, start putting on that emoji before I introduce her. Start, encouraging her. Let's encourage her. Let's welcome her. I'm going to introduce her in a bit, right? Let's welcome her. And our speaker is Lady Adiola. So you can unmute, and let's welcome Lady Adiola. Fantastic. Well done. Yes, that's what I'm waiting for. Let's encourage her. Let's welcome her. Our speaker today is Lady Adiola Babatunde. She's a learning and development professional with over 14 years cognate experience in the oil and gas sector. Right. Management and business consulting, startups, and technology space. She is a certified master trainer and assessor by the International Finance Corporation, Learning and Performance Institute. She's a global speaker, a communications expert, a business coach. She's the founder and lead coach of Present Right Academy, the online public speaking school for women and lead facilitators at Inside Business Consulting, a global business and consulting firm. Over the past 7 years, she has coached over 2,000 women to speak more confidently and now empowers women to speak up so they can achieve their goals. Lady Adiola resides in Lagos with her husband and her children. People, let's give it up for this wonderful woman, this beautiful woman who has taken to be, on with us this evening. You're welcome, Lady Adiola. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So the floor is yours.
God bless you.
Welcome.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. Please give me 1 second. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. God bless you. God bless you, Madam Ewa Adeli. I am so honored to be here. I am super excited. I do not take this opportunity for granted. I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with the Generation Elevation Network. So thank you very much, ma'am. God bless you. And I also want to thank and appreciate your team, the team at Generation Elevation Network, who is also working with you to make this platform and this network a huge success. So well done to you and your team. And thank you for having me. All right. So to everyone who has joined this evening, to Miss Tracy, to Muna Chiso, Caleb, Joy, Faith. I'm just going to try to see everybody's names. Chibuzo. I'm going to try my best. Queen, Besong, Florence, Sacred Alabi, Yvette, Angelica. It's a pleasure to have all of you listening here today. So I'm going to share my screen. Apologies, I'm using my phone. My laptop decided it wasn't going to work 2 days ago. So nothing will stop us. Yes, nothing will stop us. It just decided that, you had to go on a holiday, but that's okay. We'll work with it. Yeah. So I'm just going to start. Let me know if you can see my screen. I'm going to share my my slides.
Yes, we can see your screen. Yes.
Okay, excellent. Please let me know if you can see if you can see WhatsApp. Okay, I'm just going to WhatsApp. Just give me a minute. Okay. So can you see the slides now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. So thank you so much for, this beautiful, beautiful topic, unleashing your voice. Now, before I jump right in, before I start, I want to say something that I want you to take away today. I want you to take this lesson away with you today. Nobody who did anything great kept their mouths shut. I want you to write that down. Nobody who did anything meaningful kept their mouths shut. Nobody. Nobody who did anything great, nobody who did anything meaningful kept their mouths shut. And why is this important? This is important because sometimes we think speaking up is for a certain city of people, or we think it's for a certain kind of person. However, if you, and I love what Madam Ewa said about the Generation Faith Network, to equip you to fulfill purpose. Purpose, you are a great person. If you're going to fulfill purpose, then you are the one we're talking about. You are the one that needs to speak up. You're the one that needs to open your mouth and let the world hear what you have for them. Do you see? And so I want to share a story with you. This is a true life story. Let me just introduce. I have what's it called, the table of contents here, but I'll skip that. And I've also been introduced. Somebody's going to skip that, and I'll go straight to the introduction. But before I jump into the introduction, I want to tell a true story. True story. So there was a friend of mine. We met at a coaching event. He was my classmate. This was maybe like 14 years ago, something like that. And he told a story of how he was super brilliant. Like he was an engineer and he was super brilliant. And it was time for him to get a job. So he went and wrote some tests. He applied for a job and he was meant to write some tests. And he wrote some tests. After writing the test, they invited him to write yet another test. He eventually wrote 3 tests, and after the test, he was told to come for a physical face-to-face interview. And he went for the interview, stood in front of the interviewers, and he was shaking. He was so anxious that he could barely get a word out, like he could barely say a thing. Now, the interviewers, about 3 or 4 of them, sat there and they looked at his test results and they said, Yomi, because his name was Yomi or is Yomi. And they said, Yomi, you have excellent results. You are one of the candidates that did excellently well on this test. Are you sure you are the same person that wrote this test? Because you can't even get a word in. You're so nervous, you can't say anything. We're not sure. It feels like somebody else wrote the test and somebody else is standing before us. He still couldn't bail himself out. Who can guess what happened to Yomi on this job? Please, I want you to type it in chat. Who can guess what happened to him on this job? Oh, I think I've switched again. Who can guess what happened to him on this job? I can't see the chats, but I'm hoping that somebody can read it to me. Can anybody be kind enough to just read? If anybody drops something in chat, Who can guess what happened to Yomi for this job?
Yeah. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, please. I can. What's your name? What's your name, please?
Munachi.
Munachi. Thank you, Munachi. Please go ahead, Munachi.
Okay, someone said he didn't get it, I guess. Another person said he lost the job. And someone said fear of the unknown.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Munachi. Of course, he did not get the job. The panelists were kind enough to tell him, we think you're brilliant. We think you're a fantastic guy. However, we cannot connect your results with your performance during the physical interview. Therefore, we're not hiring you. And so because of that, he lost that job. Now, he had learned his lesson. He had learned. And you know what he did the next time? He said, the next time I was going for another job, he said, I told myself, Yomi, you are the one they are looking for. He said, I am the one they are looking for. He said that loud enough. He said that long enough. And when he went to his next interview, I want someone to just take a wild guess. What do you think happened when he went for his next interview? I always like to do this so that we can interact. Who can guess what happened when he went for his next interview? Yes, who can guess what happened for his next interview? I think the host can help us, or the co-host, to mute everybody except those who want to ask or answer questions. All right, thank you so much. So who can guess what happened when he went for his next interview?
Okay,
Please
Ma,
try
can
and
you
guess.
see the chat now?
No, I can't. So I'm using my phone, so it's a bit. I don't want to move from my slides to the chat. So please, I would really appreciate it if you can read the comments to me. Thank you.
Someone said he gave his best presentation. Someone said was very outspoken. Another said decided to come out of his shell. And someone said he was more confident. Another person says he gave his best response. And then another one said he went with boldness.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all of you who contributed. Now, this is what happened. You're all very, very close. He said, Yomi entered the interview room. He entered the room. And Yomi said, good afternoon, everybody. He introduced himself. I am Yomi. I'm the candidate for the electrical engineering position. And I'm here to tell you that I am the candidate you're looking for. Do not bother interviewing every other person. I am the candidate you're looking for. Now, the panelists were like, what kind of person comes in to tell us, don't bother about interviewing others? I'm here. I've arrived. We're like, no, 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 no. We need to interview this guy. Like, what gives you the audacity to say you are the one? And they were really saying it in a condescending manner. They were really interested in knowing why this guy would come in to say, I'm the one you're looking for. And now, because he was able to open his mouth, when he brought out his CV and he was able to tell them all the things he had done, they were legitimately impressed. And guess what? They gave him the job, but something happened. Now, who can guess what happened? If you guess what happened, I don't know what I'm going to give you tonight. Who can guess? They gave him the job, but something happened. Who can guess what happened? If you can guess this one, I'll give you something. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to give you something. Who can guess what happened? Type it in chat. Type it in chat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We don't have so much time. Yes, Munachi is going to read it to me. Thank you, Munachi. This is very kind of you. He told them he was the one they were waiting for. They were super impressed. They checked his CV and they asked him more questions. He answered those questions brilliantly. They were like, wow, you are really the one we've been waiting for. And they gave him the job. Then something happened. So is that something that happened? I want you to guess. What do you think happened?
Someone said one of the panelists recognized him. Another person said he must be very happy. Another person
Okay.
says he became very nervous. He became very nervous and didn't go back.
Right. I like it. The person who said one of the panelists recognized him. That's interesting. That's not the answer, but you guys did excellently well. But that's not the answer. But I like where your mind went with that. He turned down the job. Yomi turned down this job because why? He now had confidence. He was like, what? You mean I can get any job I want? I'm gonna go everywhere and tell them I am the one you're looking for. Don't bother interviewing everybody else. And then Yomi began to aim higher. He began to
Wow.
aim higher. Now, let me tell you this. According to Sketchbubble, yeah, a presentation and public speaking organization, 73% of people believe they would have a more thriving and successful career if they improve their public speaking. The answer, and it's an emphatic yes. You would have a more thriving and successful career. And I'm going to tell you another story. I'm full of stories today. I'm going to tell you another story before I introduce you to the cross method of public speaking. When I worked a couple of years ago, there were two who were supposed to be engineering manager. So the position for the engineering manager was open, and there were two engineers within the organization, two senior engineers, and either of them could take that position. Now, to preserve their identities, I'm going to call the first candidates. Let me look for his exact name. Then I use his what's it called initial. We'll call him Mr. B. Mr. B, and then we have Mr. C. For lack of a so we have Mr. B and Mr. C. Yeah. So we had Mr. B. Somebody, yes, just help us mute, okay? So that we can move as quickly as we can. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Now we had Mr. B and then we had Mr. C. 1 second to get out here. We had Mr. B and then we had Mr. C. Mr. B would, when it comes to work, he would just generally, welcome you guys with something warm, just crack a joke or two and walk away. And then we had Mr. C. Mr. C, on the other hand, and then Mr. B, I should mention that Mr. B would always come with a suit. He always has like a white tie. He has his jacket in the office permanently in case he doesn't come with a jacket. He has about two or three ties in the office. And then, if he doesn't come with a tie, he'll just grab those. He'll put his tie on, he'll put his jacket on, and then he'll go around the office and just say hello to one or two people and just, say hi. Then we had Mr. C. And now these two men were equally intelligent. They were equally technically perfect for the role, right? Technically competent for the role. And so Mr. C would come to work and he will wear like these short sleeves. Okay, he wears a short sleeve. His shirt is not tucked in, and he's a very gentle man. He doesn't like to shout. He goes, "Hello, Diola, how are you? Hello, everybody. Good morning." And he just go. But this man was brilliant. Both of them were super brilliant. Remember, super intelligent. And then he just go, "Hello, Diola. Good morning. Hello, everyone."
Okay. I think Lady Adiola is frozen at the moment. And we just wait for her to come back in. I believe she's trying to sort that out. So just put in the comment box already, how are you feeling with what you've heard so far? Please don't log out, right? I believe she's trying to log in. I am in conversation with her. Yes, how are you feeling at the moment? Powerful. Adiola, are you back? Okay, she's logged out. Okay, she's going to come back in. How are you feeling this at the moment? Okay, I see a few comments. Powerful. All right. I feel I'm energized and I'm just waiting for her to unleash, to us exactly what she has for us today. Okay, so how do you feel about the fact that Yomi did not take on the job? very insightful, engaging. Okay, please
Sorry,
unmute.
I think I was strong out.
Yes, welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Apologies for that, please. Let me just try to get back in. You can see me and hear me now, yes? My
We can
sincere
see you.
apologies. I'm just quickly. Right, excellent. Thank you. Okay. All right. So please confirm that you can see my slides so I can go on.
Yes, you can see. Yes, I can see.
You can see my slides? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
excellent. So thank you. So I was talking about the two men. I was giving you the example of the two men, how one of them will go around the office. Mr. B will go around the office and he will talk to everybody. And Mr. C will just be, quiet. He doesn't want to be bothered. He has a soft voice, just want to sit down in the corner, do his work and go. Now, I want you to guess. I want you to type in chat. And Munachi, if you're kind enough to help me do like a poll, who do you think got the job? So Munachi, I wanted you to help me count. How many people said Mr. B and how many people said Mr. C? Could you help me count? Who do you think got the job? Mr. B or Mr. C? Mr. B, who would go around the office, he wear a suit, he wear a tie and a shirt, and generally go around the office talking to people, getting to know them, just generally engaging. Or Mr. C, who likes to wear his short sleeve, his cargo pants, and just, stay in his office with his soft voice. Actually, would you be kind enough to help me? How many people in the comments said Mr. B and how many said Mr. C?
Okay, 1, 2, 5. About 5% have said Mr. B now, no Mr. C.
Wow, nobody's voting for Mr. C. He was a kind man. Why? And he had a soft voice. Who is saying no, though? Why is nobody voting for Mr. C? Okay, Munachi, you are voting for Mr. C. We're putting you on the spot. You're voting for Mr. C. All right. So it almost feels like we can all tell their future, right? Just by how they interact and by how they dress. Listen, it is a known fact. You will lose, not you will, let me not sound like I'm professing. Most people lose opportunities because they refuse to speak up. And speak up comes in different forms. It doesn't necessarily have to be just you standing in front of an audience. It could be you engaging with your colleagues, interacting with others, generally opening your mouth and allowing what is in your head to be shared with others. If you are super brilliant and you keep all the knowledge you have in your head, nobody is going to know and nobody's going to appreciate you and nobody's going to celebrate that knowledge. So come out of your shell. You've got to have a plan to come out, and I'm going to talk about that as we go very quickly. Now, I'm going to introduce you today to the CROSS method of public speaking. The CROSS method. Now, this has 4 pillars. It has 4 pillars, and these 4 pillars, everything around public speaking that I teach, are surrounded in these along these 4 pillars, around these 4 pillars. And the first one is your mind. I heard Visionary Ewa. I heard her talk about your mindset. And I want to touch on that a little bit. When I'm teaching public speaking, I don't just talk about mindset, I talk about identity. I talk about identity because who you are, or rather, who you think you are, is going to impact on the opportunities that you say yes to. I'll take that again. Who you think you are is going to impact on the opportunities that you say yes to. So, for example, my husband sent me a job link many years ago. When I looked at the requirements, I told myself, Diola, this is not for you. This is too much for you. I did not apply. I came for a meeting like this. Someone told me about my mindset. They told me about my identity. They told me I needed to, just get over myself and do what I needed to do. And so I applied. And when I applied, the employers were from the Netherlands, and I was the only one that got that opportunity in the whole of Nigeria. I was the only one. Here I was thinking I did not deserve this role. I couldn't apply for this thing. This thing was too much for me. And here I was, I got it. And at the time, what I was earning was about 118,000 naira per month. I don't know how we do the calculation, but that opportunity gave me about 21,000 euros, which was about 14 million naira or something like that. So imagine 180,000 to 14 million naira because I fixed somebody spoke to me about my identity and my mindset, right? Because now I saw myself as somebody who deserved that opportunity. Before I just thought, you know what, this is not for me, I'm not going to take it. But the way you see yourself impacts on the opportunities that you say yes to. I have taught many women who come back to tell me, you know what, I'm in this class because I couldn't apply for that thing. There are many people who come to me to say, I was invited to speak in the United States. I was invited to speak here, but Diola, I can't do it. And I'm like, why? They say, have you seen the number of people on the panel? Have you seen the caliber of people on the panel? Diola, I can't do it. Who am I to do it? I'm like, who are you not to do it? So I want to sow a seed in you today. If you ever doubt your identity is not your name. Your identity is not Florence. You're not Florence, Queen, Chibuzo, Munachiso. That's not your identity. Your identity, and I know that Lady Ewa is helping us here to also understand our place in God. You are a child of God. That is your identity. A thing gets its identity from its manufacturer. It is your manufacturer that gives you your worth. So if you're holding, and I love to use this example, when you're holding an iPhone and you're holding a Samsung, or let me not use Samsung. Then let's not get into that. If I was holding an iPhone and I was holding a Technophone, or someone should give me something, let's just use the Technophone, okay? An iPhone can cost as much as $2,500. A Techno can cost, let's say, 200,000 naira. I'm using naira because I'm in Nigeria, but I want you to do the math, right? $2,500 could be as much as 2 million, over 2 million. Now, my question to you is, what is it that the iPhone can do that the Technophone cannot do? Please, I want you to quickly type in chat. My sessions are always interactive. Type in chat for me. What do you think the iPhone can do that the Technophone cannot do? Why would the Technophone cost 200,000 naira and the iPhone is costing over 2 million naira? What is it? What is it? What's the difference? And I'm not talking about the specific details in the technicalities. I'm trying to say, can you make a phone call with an iPhone? Yes. Can you make a phone call with a Technophone? Yes. Can you send a message with an iPhone? Yes. Can you send a message with a Technophone? Yes. Can you go on the internet with one? Yes. Can you go on the internet with the other? Yes. So what's the major difference? Yes. Munachi, what are they saying in chats?
We have the iPhone is more advanced. Then other person said brand identity, branding, brand. There's no difference, just brand positioning and identity. Someone said quality and worth. Yeah.
Thank you, Munachi. Most of you have seen that it is branding, identity. Listen, the people who made the iPhone, the management, they sat down and said, we're going to make a product, we're going to make it high quality, and we're going to sell it at this price, right? The techno guys can wake up tomorrow and they'll say, we're going to make this product. We're also going to sell it at the iPhone price. They can choose to. A thing gets its worth from its manufacturer. Who manufactured you? Who created you? Yes. So if God, and let's take that home a little bit. How many people have your fingerprint? How many people have your fingerprint? Very quickly. Very quickly, let's go down this lane. Nobody in the world, thank you. Nobody in the world has your fingerprints, right? It means that when a thing is rare, it is super. When a thing is super, when a thing is rare and special, it is super expensive. So, for example, there's only one version. The most expensive phone in the world is an iPhone that belongs to the wife of one of the Asian billionaires. It costs about 40 something million dollars for one phone. I'm like, okay, does the phone call heaven? Like if I call the phone, is God going to pick the phone? If God is going to pick the phone, I might as well buy it, right? Now, only one person owns this phone. Only one person. The Rolls Royce, the most expensive car in the world, the one they made that is most expensive, they only made 3 copies of it. 3 copies, right? And the first set of 10 most expensive cars, they only have, some of them have 3 copies, some 6 copies, some 10. I think somebody went as wild as saying, okay, I want one in every continent. That was how far they went. So how many continents do we have? Right? So basically, what I'm saying is when a thing is very special, when a thing has high value, right? When a thing has high value, it is very rare. We don't make it in mass. That is to give you an idea of how valuable you are. God did not create you and create 4 of you. You don't get this. He didn't create you and create 5 of you and say, okay, let there be one of her in every continent. He made only one monarchy. He's like, it's only you, only one. Do you know your value? Now, what that simply means is that if you understand this, you will say, there is nothing I want to access that I'm not worthy of because there's only one of me. My creator made one of me. He knows I am so rare. He knows my worth. He's like, no, I can't make one of her in every continent. I've got to make only one of her. She's this valuable. He is this valuable. So when you are able to sort out your identity, it will help you access a lot of opportunities that you deserve, that you won't turn away from because you're looking at yourself and you're thinking, who am I? See everybody else, but look at me. You are a rare commodity. There is only one of you. The most expensive cars in the world, there are 3 of them. You are better than that. And even when you are gone, they cannot create another you to have that same fingerprint. Do you get it? They can't create another you to have that same fingerprint. This is how rare you are, and this has to sink in. So your identity is rooted, your identity is settled. Now let's move to your mindset. Now, when we enter the mindset of somebody that speaks, the mindset is every great speaker was once a bad speaker. Finish. Every great speaker was somebody who once struggled with speaking. So if you've ever struggled with speaking, if you're still struggling with public speaking anxiety, if sometimes you forget what you want to say, if sometimes you keep quiet, somebody else says what you want to say, and you say, oh my God, I had that thought. Everybody, John Maxwell, everybody who is a great speaker today, every single person was once a bad speaker. So if you think that you're bad and you're not excellent at it, you're not great at it, you are in great company. Once you have that mindset and you know that the only way I can go is up, you are on the trajectory to growth. Okay, you are on your trajectory to growth. Let me quickly try to move as quickly as I can. So that is the mindset and the identity. Let's talk about, so now the next thing now is the voice and how you sound. Focuses on your sound, your pronunciations, and I'll talk about this, right? Listen, I see that most of you are, I'm assuming, and I hope it's not a wrong assumption, that most of you are in your early career stages. When I say early career, nobody here has like 16 years experience, 10 years experience. Is anybody here that has 14 years experience, 12 years, 10 years? Anybody? I believe that everybody's in the early career stages. Munachi, can you give me feedback? What do you say?
Someone said yes. Someone said about 4 people.
They said no, right?
They said yes, they have. Some have 15, some have 49, some have 10 years of experience.
What is 49? Who has 49 years of experience? This is fantastic. I love it. Please, I think I should just hand over the mic to this person. There's no point. Please, I want to learn from you. You are a mentor. If you have
No,
49 years of
49
experience,
years,
please.
not 49. The person is talking about the age, 49 years.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm suspecting that most people who are listening to me today, most of you in Generation Elevation Network, are maybe in your early career stages. No matter where you are, whether you are in your early career stages or you are in your middle career or your late career, one of the reasons a lot of people come to improve their speaking is because of their articulation, their pronunciations. You would hear people say also, particularly if you're of African descent, or maybe you're Indian, you're Chinese, a lot of people have a lot of different articulation. And it's not that we want you to deny your roots and deny where you're coming from, but it is easier for people to hear you, listen, and understand you if you have great articulation. Do you get this? So if you're someone, and if you know that you have issues with your pronunciation, your articulation, you can start to improve that. And let me give you a simple technique, because there's just so much I can say. We have so little time. There's just so much I can say in 45 minutes. A simple way to help yourself. Number one, listen to, you know yourself and you know the words that you don't pronounce correctly. There was a time I struggled with the word strategy. Because he had so many consonants, it used to give me a tongue twist. And so when I'm pronouncing the word strategy, I usually slow down and I say strategy. I don't go strategy because I can mess it up.